it doing?
Oh, it's telling me I have to log in to sign
Hey,
to
how
log
y'all
into my
doing?
audience.
We
Hey,
live.
everybody.
We live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Pam with Tampa's Creek Homestead and more. Welcome to the chat. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share this video out. I have a special guest that's going to be talking about improvising emergency preparedness. And that's what it's about. Sorry. Guys, my Renaissance dropped down. She's gonna come back up, but let me drop the link just in case. Okay, there she go.
I'm trying to add it to my page.
Oh, did you do it? Did you do it?
Um, Let me see.
Welcome, 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 everybody. I hope everybody's doing okay in these YouTube streets. Your girl is on cloud nine. She is on cloud nine, and I
Who?
am grateful. Me, you just check out my short.
Who on cloud nine?
Me,
Oh, okay.
you didn't check out my short. Okay, so
Oh,
let
you
me.
went to court today.
That's tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
That's
Is
tomorrow.
anybody in the chat?
Yes, one. We waiting. We
I don't
waiting. We
see
waiting.
anybody.
Waiting. We got two. Guys, the thumbs up. The fireworks are for those of y'all in the bushes and everybody that's coming in and watching. I want to say thank you. We're gonna give 9 more minutes till the people come in. Hey Zayda. Hey Zayda. Hit the thumb up before you even started. Very excited for this. Yes, Zeta, yes. We ain't seen my Renaissance grandmama in a month of Sundays. So I'm on cloud nine that she is. I'm walking on sunshine. Yeah. Let me turn my phone on mute so don't nobody call and interrupt this beautiful live. My Renaissance.
Yeah.
You want to tell the people about your beautiful self and your channel?
Yeah, give me a minute. I'm trying to maybe it didn't I wanted it maybe it didn't go through.
If
Could
you,
you tell? Can you tell from your end? Cause it's not on. It would have came to my page, I think, if I had did it right.
I'm not sure. Sure, tell me if by you sharing it out.
No, about sharing it to my page.
Do
Thank you,
you
Zeta
still
Rose.
got
Let me try it again. Hey, unbiased. Oh, okay. So yeah, it's doing something totally different. Okay, so it wasn't on there.
Hey Queen Unbiased, how y'all doing? You not live on your page. She said you not live.
Okay.
Do you still have StreamYard?
Oh no, probably not.
I want
Uh,
I want to do that matter though. If I got the
we
page
getting ready to
version,
see.
I don't know.
I guess it'll tell me if it won't. Let me see if it's gonna pop up on my phone.
Okay. 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 Um Guys, welcome in. No, only person has to have paid version. Yeah, I got the paid version. So, not sure my Renaissance. Mm, but anyway, guys, welcome in. As usual, your girl always asks what you had for dinner. You know, I had sloppy Joe. I had sloppy Joe in so long. I wanted some French fries to go with it, but After I finished making the sloppy Joe, I was like, you know what? Anybody got time? So two sloppy Joe sandwiches for me and two for Mackenzie, and I was good to go. You you got it. You
Yep,
got it.
I was sharing it out.
Okay, so it's on there. It's on there.
Okay, how many
So
people we got in the room?
we come on in the room. Come on, take a seat. Grab your drink. Oh, she wasn't supposed to see
Come on in the room, you
that.
all.
Come on in the room.
Get you
I
some, get you a pen and paper in case you want to take down some notes.
So
Because
Unbiased said I'm frying fish and making crawfish soup. I had cabbage soup and popcorn snack. Hey, Happy Mac, welcome in. Welcome. What's up? She said,
hey,
my
she stole my
thunder.
thunder. Happy Mac. Hey, everybody. Welcome in.
So, my guest today, as y'all know, I'm Tampa. My guest today is none other than the most famous My Renaissance grandma. Welcome.
Hey. Okay, so you
Uh,
want to wait? You want to continue to see if anybody gonna come in before I start, or you want me to go ahead?
Well, we got 10 beautiful people and the people in the bushes looking, so you
Oh,
can y'all
okay.
introduce your channel.
Okay, welcome in, Bush people. I am my Renaissance grandma, and on my channel, hey G Hud,
What's up, Jihad?
Grammy's Journal.
What's up, Grammy's
Hey
Journal? What's up,
Bammit,
Uncle
welcome
Bammit?
in. On my channel, I do gardening, I do shopping hauls, I sell, I have an Etsy account where I sell products. I do a little bit of painting. I jar up and I don't really can, but I water bath. And so today we're going to be talking about improvising preps because and it's hey CC and I know a lot of people cannot afford all these expensive things that they are telling us we're going to need, sometime in the near future. And so I've discussed this before, but there's a lot of people new. Even Tampa hasn't even heard me discuss some of these things because she wasn't around at that time. So I'm just going to go through some things that you can improvise when you cannot afford all the expensive things. And it's just as uh, beneficial for those who can because things break. You may run out of something that you need for one of those expensive items. So this can benefit, you know, those who can afford it and maybe those who can't. Does it all? Her name says it. Oh, my Renaissance does it all. Absolutely. Thank you, CC. Good to see you all too. You all, believe it or not, this has been playing. We've been doing this for like what, almost 2.5 months. But life just kept happening. Don't point at me. Don't
No,
point
no,
at me.
no. I'm saying right.
Oh
You
yeah,
right.
yeah. Okay, yeah.
Two and
Hey,
a half
Salon
months.
Diva. Yeah, we
Hey,
have been
Salon.
we've been trying to do this probably since the last of August. And I was like, okay, so we'll do it in September because that's preparedness month. Nope. September zipped right on by, and here we get ready to go into November.
Baby, this year is almost over with.
Almost gone.
Can
So
y'all believe it? Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, and the fireworks are for you bush people. Come on out. Come on out.
yes, come on in, and we're going to discuss some of these things that may help us. Okay, so disclaimer as always, these are things that I am doing or I intend on. I'm working on getting some of these things. Some of these things is something I made. So it's just things that going to help me because I cannot, buy that top dollar item. So, and I got throat lozenge in my mouth. So I might do a little coughing, change of weather. I know you all probably got roller coaster weather too. T-shirt one day, big bulky coat the next day. So I'm just trying to hang in here with and try not to cough through this whole thing. Hey
I get
Jay.
it. Hey,
Okay, so
J3GS.
I'm going to, as I talk about these things, and when I get to the subject, if you all also have items that you plan on improvising, you can also throw that in the chat. And Tampa will read them also. And so because I want to know, in case I'm so into it, I don't see it. But if I hear her say it, then I could do a screenshot on my phone. So because I want to learn as well. Okay,
Okay.
good night.
Good night, Uncle Bammy.
Good night, Uncle Bam.
I'm poor as a profession, so I'm always looking for the come ups. What you say, Happy Mac? All right.
Okay, so we're going to start with water and purification, which we know is one of the most important items. And we know that we have to have options because how many of us can just thank you for the sticker, CC.
CC, CC got us a super chat. Let me do it.
Yes,
Let me do it. Let me do it. Come on, do it. Do it. It ain't gonna do it. But that's okay. Let me see if it'll do the balloons. Yes, money in the chat. Thank you, CC. So you said water for water purification.
it's water and water purification because we could never save up enough water. We actually don't even know how long we need to prepare water. So, needless to say, if it's a long time, there's no way we can ever store up that water, whether it's we don't have the room or it's just impossible to store up a lot of water if something happens and it lasts for a long time and we run out of water. So, one of the things that Led taught us, he didn't teach all of us, I'm sure somebody knew, but me and a lot of people did not know about dehumidifiers. Dehumidifier is a must because that is water that you don't have to go out and buy or lug around. It's going to come from the air we breathe. Dehumidifiers come in all sizes. They have the big one on the wheels, but they are very heavy. So, women might not want to be trying to lug that around in case they have to carry it. But if it's in your home, you can just wheel it, from room to room if you want to. They have desktop if you just want to sit it on the desk, and then they also have them for tents. So if you're in a tent, you know how humidity, be in a tent, that'll pour that humidity right into your dehumidifier. Now, you cannot just drink this water straight out of the dehumidifier. You still have to go through the same channels as if you poured some water from the lake or whatever. You still have to boil it, you still have to purify it, and you still have to filter it before you can drink it. But that is some guaranteed water when all your options are gone, even if you have a well, because a well can also be a problem, especially if you're in a flood area. What if flood waters rise up and get into your well? What if, those folks that's up there dropping something from the sky? What if that comes down into your well water and contaminate it if you don't have a cover over your well? So having a dehumidifier can benefit a lot of us. Hello, Sylvia, welcome in.
Hey,
Hello, Jamaica,
Sylvia.
welcome in.
Jag said,
Hello,
my
Boy Brownie,
Renaissance.
welcome in. Hello,
You
Mike.
need water. You can come over to my house. I got you.
Who said that?
Jags.
Oh, well, I know you probably saying that because you got a well, but a well may not always be,
Hey, Jamaica.
available either. We just got,
Sylvia.
we got folks up there just flying around and stuff falling from the sky, and we don't know what it is. And, but I guess as long as you can purify it. Hello, cousin
Hey,
Angela.
cousin
Welcome in.
Angela.
Okay,
Hello.
so we've all seen those commercials, right? Where the little child or the man goes lean over into the lake and starts sipping water through a straw.
Hey, Mona. Hey, Kim Stage.
I
Hey,
would never
Princess.
do that. I
What?
would never do that. That water is no.
You talking about the purified straw?
That's not the name of it, but I don't want to say the name of it. But yeah, the straw.
Okay. Yeah, I was kind of iffy about that thing, too.
Oh no, I would never take that thing and go bend over in some lake, creek water, any other kind of water and just started drinking. And this is something else I have in my bug out bag. Hello, Teagsy, welcome in. Sweets of Heaven, welcome in. Psalms
Hey,
146,
everybody.
welcome in. And I think I saw somebody else.
Teens and Sweets
Kay
are here. The
Renee,
Psalms
welcome in.
146.
Francesca.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is also what I have, and I have them in my bug out bag and I have them in my food bucket because
What
I
was it
want to
again? I
be
didn't see it.
able, I want to be able to remove the debris before I even boil my water. So nothing comes through these little cloths. So I would pour the water through this first before I boil my water because those what's those little fishy things, little tiny things? Yeah, tadpoles. Yeah. I want to just filter my water before I boil it. So these are at Amazon. They come in whatever kind of size you want. I have 2 bags of them.
Is
It
it like
really
a
don't say what the
cheesecloth?
name of them are, but yeah.
Is it like a cheesecloth or
Yeah,
something
it's like
else?
that. But it's, because they have the ones that's disposable, but these you can wash and reuse.
Okay.
So I think this is beneficial for, purifying your water. And so, all the ways that we can purify water. You can take me off the big screen, huh? Okay, so we can purify water with the purification tabs. We can use,
Jamaica said boiling water does not remove chemicals. That's what's happening in Sun of the Southeast now.
yeah, that's why I said you have to go through all the steps. You just cannot boil the water and drink it. Hello, Tina, welcome
Hey,
in.
Tina, welcome, welcome, welcome. Don't forget, guys, to give us a thumbs up.
Yes, you have to follow all the steps when you are using creek water, lake water, or any of those. They
Tina
can't
said
purify that water. Who can't?
she said you can purify water with
With
moringa
moringa
seeds.
seeds. Yes. So those are all and so
Good night,
using
Teensy.
if you plan on using bleach or shock, you make sure you always have your paperwork. Your paperwork tells you how many gallons per how many teaspoons or whatever it is if you're using those type of things to purify your water. If all your other options, if you've depleted all your other options and you're down to just bleach because you need to drink water, make sure you plant, we never know. We keep hearing the internet may go down. So you want to print these things out now. And I got these off of the CDC. So print off your
Miss
paperwork
Gardner,
so
B.
you will have them. Hello, Tori's Brain. Welcome in.
Hey, I didn't
Hello,
know
Be
that.
Unstoppable. Welcome in. Miss J.K. Gardner. Welcome in. Thank you all for coming.
I didn't know that about boiling it won't remove the impurities.
Yeah, you just yes, boiling water is only after like I said, I would use this bag first to remove my debris. Then my second step would be to boil my water. Then you still have to purify your water. And then after that, then I would filter my water. So I'm doing all of them if I'm using any kind of water other than, water that I bought or in my Berkey. So I would go through all of those steps because I don't know if you heard about it last year, but a lot of people unalive themselves drinking unpurified water, unfiltered and
Wow.
unpurified water. So you want to be careful. But like I said, you can buy all the things that you need that can purify your water.
Some chemicals are forever and will make you sick or worse. Bottom line, avoid lakes and streams after contaminants. Okay. All right. What was you saying, my Renaissance?
Okay. So any other comments or questions about the water
Fran-
and the
Francesca
purification?
said, this is very good to know. Thank you kindly for sharing this.
Oh, you're welcome.
Hey, Miss Red.
Okay, so another thing, while you can, hello, Miss Red, welcome in. Oh, thank you, Miss Red. Okay, so another thing is start collecting the buckets. Whatever size buckets you can get. You can get them from a bakery. You can get them from a mom and pop store, that they carry those big jugs that they have the pickles in, the little plastic food grade buckets. Save whatever buckets you can because we never know what we're going to need for these buckets. And things that you may need these buckets for, you could distill water like a liquor still, like a liquor distillery machine you're talking about.
Mike. Okay, wait. I'm waiting on when he coming again. Okay. You said
Okay.
collect buckets.
Yeah, so you can use buckets for your dry goods. Like if you storing away beans, rice, and any other kind of food, you want your food grade bucket. And because it's a nice dark bucket that you want to keep in a cool, dry place, you can put them in Mylar bags or any kind of sealed bags and then put them in there. But if you want to just put them in there, you can also. But like I said, that's why you want to use food grade. Now, I don't think you necessarily need food grade if you've already sealed them in other, the Mylar bag or the regular seals. You don't probably necessarily, but you want them in these buckets because I don't believe like mice or rats can. Well, I don't know. A rat might can eat through it. I'm not sure.
They got
I'm
some
not going
razor
that
teeth.
far.
They
Hello,
got some
just
razor
gifted.
blade teeth.
Welcome in.
Hey, just gifted. Welcome in.
Okay, so you may need to turn that bucket into a potty, a porta potty. You
Hey,
may need
Shay.
to, if you're getting desperate for water, you may want to sit it out, collect rain or snow, and then you still have to go through those same steps of boiling and the whole purification thing, okay? Even with rainwater. Oh, you can use liquor making still
To
purify
like
water
purify water to
to get
rid
rid of
Kim.
chemicals.
Okay.
Okay. And you can also make hydroponics systems out of, this depending on how desperate you are. And, when you cannot go out and buy things, but that's why it's good to start collecting these buckets now before you cannot get them. So, and then if you can't find them, then you would have to purchase them. And I think they about what between $5 and $7, depending on who's selling it and how great the grade is. But Mike said, "Yay, hydroponic."
I bought 5 gallon buckets just to store in them,
Yeah,
and I also bought 5 gallon buckets to put water in them and then put like the Clorox in them. Um,
mm.
so yeah, I got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, because that would be the same like when people know that they're getting ready to have a water problem, they would fill up their tub. Yes, if
Mhm.
you have all these empty buckets, you can start saving up water if you have an advance notice that there's going to be a water issue.
Okay. Guys, welcome in. I appreciate it. If I didn't get a chance to speak to you, hey, thank you for being here. And those of you know my Renaissance grandmom, she awesome. She awesome. If you don't know her, get to know her. She awesome. She makes some of the best smelling soap ever. Yes. But we'll discuss that later.
Thank you,
Check
ma'am.
check
And so,
code bottom. Okay.
batteries. We all know to stock up batteries, but I try to purchase things that's USB, because batteries run out. You always want to think about things that can run out. That's why I say we want to improvise, because things that you normally would rely on, you may not be able to rely on these things because you're going to eventually run out, and batteries are one of those things. So I like to rotate. I don't want to depend on one certain thing. I don't want to say, well, I'm going to buy all of these batteries and then this is what's going to hold me over. No, because there could be issues. You like I said, I don't know how long I would have to use these batteries. And so I could deplete these batteries and now I'm down to nothing. I also, now this is how many I have.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let me make it bigger. Okay.
Okay, so
Got it.
these three I can stick in the windowsill because they have solar panels on front of them. These two don't, but these do. So these are something that I could put in the window during the day, and by night I could use them. Because you all know we can't depend on sun either. Especially if we have one of those horrible winters. Some of you all don't know what that's like, but some of us do. You can buy water bladders. They are cheaper than barrels and hold quite a bit of water.
What's
Okay,
a
like I
water
said, if
bladder?
you all want to jot some of this down on pencil and paper, because these are things we're going to need while we have internet, while you have someone who can communicate these things to you, because at some point, and I don't know, I've been hearing all this week within this 7 days that it's going to be trouble. We all been hearing that there's something around the election. So I don't know what the trouble is. Some of them said the trouble could be either we could lose power, we could lose internet, we could lose cell phones. So who knows? But while you have the chance to get the things you need, that's why I said, this is the time. And that's why I said get things that if you cannot afford expensive things, get those little things that you can improvise with. Yes, it is scary. I mean, they talking
It
about
don't hurt
two
the
different
harvest.
issues. Hi, don't hurt the harvest. Welcome in. They're talking about two different things that can happen, and the other one that's around the election. That is, you all probably know what that issue is. Who will be bringing that issue? So,
Francesca said to put you can you put the items in your description so we can find them.
what items?
The ones that you showed and the ones
Oh
that you're
my,
talking about.
these are just regular phone chargers. These are on Amazon or they everywhere. But yeah, these are just regular phone chargers. I just use them for everything. I use it for my fans. I use them for anything, honey. So that, and I try to, like I said, I try to buy a lot of USB stuff because, like I said, I don't want to just depend on batteries. And I know, like I said, I know a lot of us cannot afford those big old generators. I mean, those things are very expensive. I mean, that's a good down payment on a car. You know what I'm
And
saying?
you ain't know. Or me some surgery on my eyes.
So So at least if you have a smaller generator, you can be able to use the USB. You can buy the string lights. When the lights go off, Those string lights don't really pull that much energy. And so that's the kind of thing I'm depending on. And I try to find USB and items that do not pull a lot of energy. Okay,
You're
so
welcome, Francisca. She says she appreciate the advice.
okay, thank you. I also have USB flashlights, which I showed you all when I had first got them in the mail on one of my mail when I had did a mail call. There's light bulbs, there's the NOAA radios, there's fans, there's all types of items. So I would look for items that have built-in solar panels, which this is a built-in solar panel. Because, like I said, during the day, you just stick this in the window. But if your window not facing the sun, you'll find a way to get that thing out in the sun because you know you really need it. So yeah, and like I said, these little things, like I said, if you need lights, you could use string lights, or you could use one lamp. Some lamps only use about what 10 watts. So the solar light bulb are portable and you charge them by the sun. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Get things that you can charge up by the sun because if we don't have electricity, we have got to start trying to get these things now.
If you can.
If you can.
Hey, Laura. Welcome in.
Welcome in, Laura. Thank you for coming.
Oh, before I forget, Jamerica, what is a water bladder? I'm listening from the big screen. Jamaica is correct. Invest in a water bladder. They are great for storm water. Also, we gave everyone needed to collect and purify water. I'm trying to figure out what is a water bladder. Have you ever heard of that one, my Renaissance?
I believe it's like a tank. I mean, like a yeah, kind of not like well, not a drum, but I think it's like one of those outdoor tanks
Yeah,
that you
because I
can.
had three, I had four 275-gallon water tanks that were still sitting in the cage before the stuff went left. I gave those away. So is
Okay.
that what they talking about?
Oh, she just told you.
Hold on, let me see. It's a big plastic bag. Oh, that seal. You run your hose in it and it holds water. It holds a. Okay. I'm about to look that up. We use it. It's in Thailand.
Thailand.
Thailand. Hey,
Yeah, but
Barb.
yeah,
Hey,
but you would.
Yankee sister.
Hey, Yankee sister, welcome in. But that's something you would already have to have filled up with water because we're talking about what you're not having water. So that's something that you need to have ahead of time and have it already, filled with water and just put aside and not in the sun because the sun will contaminate it. It's a bag that you could put in your bathtub.
Okay.
Okay, you can put it in your bathtub.
Oh, same thing Teaser just said.
Oh, it's
Okay.
like a large hot water bottle.
It can store water for years. Wow. Oh, it's a plastic bag and it's black. You can store water in it for years. Teaser said they have some. Where do you get those from?
Is that the name of it? Water bladder? Is that the official name? If you wanted to Google it, would that pop up just using water bladder?
That's all right. Tampa, my
Yeah, I
Renaissance.
know you on it.
You can keep on talking. I appreciate you because I got
Okay,
my
so
Google.
next we're going to cooking sources and heating sources. Okay, now remember this is improvising. You could buy the buddy if you have the buddy. You could buy the camping stove, but remember these things use propane. We're talking about improvising. So eventually, like I said, we have no idea how long we need these things. So you can eventually run out of propane. You can eventually run out of gas. So you want to have other sources to at least keep the house warm or to cook on. Okay, and so I made uh, um this is what I plan on doing. Like I said, some people have seen this already. I did a video on it. Now this is what I made for one of my stoves. Those are candle wicks. Okay? So what I would do is I would put the cookie sheet, and preferably the ones with the legs, so it can raise it up a little higher off of this. Won't just be sitting right on top of this. But if you just have the one from the dollar store that sits directly on top, whatever works. I just prefer the ones with the legs. And when you're cooking on this, I do have a video with me cooking on one of these if you want to seek it out and look, and it cooks very well. And it's best to use a cast iron skillet or pot, because with this flame being so close, it'll just burn the pot up. So if you got cast iron, it will not matter. So this is something that I made. Like I said, I have a video. So this is something, and I got more than this. Okay, as a matter of fact, a lot of the family have it, friends have them. Because when I was making it, everybody just had to have a couple. But you make it out of Crisco. But this one is made out of Crisco and candle wax. But I usually just do them out of Crisco. But I was just trialing this. I wanted to see which one cooks better. So yeah, so this is what I will be cooking on. And if you need heat, you might have to run this a little longer. But what happens is, these wicks will start floating. So you cannot let it completely melt down to, the bottom, because these wicks will start floating. So if you only just needed to cook on it, then, blow them out and be done with it until you need to cook on it again. You can boil water on it. If the house is cold and you don't have any other, source of heating, you can boil water on these as well. But I would, if I had to boil water, preferably I would use the and when you're using propane, remember, always have a, what you call this thing, carbon monoxide detector. Always have this when you're dealing with any kind of propane or any of those things, because you cannot, smell that and you don't know it's about to take you out. Okay, so I have the regular liquid. These is what they use for catering. You can also do the exact same thing if your house is cold and you have no other way to get heat. You could put this on there, put a pot of boiling water on there, and let that water steam up the house. And I've done that. I mean, many years ago when I was younger and everything, and that's some good heat. That almost reminds you, if anybody here old enough, remember that radiators from long time ago, that steam heat could get that house nice and toasty. So this is also what I plan on using to cook on, or if I just want to boil water. Okay, other heating sources that I plan is, like I said, you want to buy low wattage if you want to use things to keep warm. So you could buy the heating blankets. They don't take that much. You could buy the heated throws. Okay, you could buy the heated, it's throws, a heating pad. All of those things you could just lay on you or keep warm. And you can also get the things that you could buy to heat your feet and your the
Hand
hand
warmers.
warmers. They have lap warmers as well. You could just lay this on your lap. If you got like a small kid and you trying to keep them warm, you could put this on the bed and lay something on top of it, and have that baby. But it's for adults. I'm sure it's for adults, but like I said, if you're trying to keep a child warm, this would be, nice too. And it's supposed to last I forgot how long it's supposed to last, but it's 8 hours, and it's a 16 by 10. Where did I get this from? I think it came from Amazon, if I'm not mistaken. But yes, this is a lap warmer. So those are the things that I chose to do to because I said you don't want to depend on but you don't want to just depend on the propane because you're going to run out. You don't want to just depend on gas because you're going to run out. So that's why I've made so many different things so I can rotate. And whatever I realize is that gives me the most heat, I would save that for when maybe it's below zero and the house is the coldest, and so that might be the buddy. So I would save the propane for the days like that. So those are just choices.
Okay.
Yeah, the Mylar bags, you can just get them just about any way, and they are very economical. And you can get them like a whole package, for very little.
So Tixie said, as an alternate, you can use the weighted blankets to save on power. Also, invest in some good quality sleeping bags.
Yes, they do have very good quality sleeping bags. Now, I mean, they have the degrees on it where it tells you what's the degrees that it would help you with. I don't know if that's true. I've never tried one. But and I've heard people say, just bundle up. Well, you don't live in the Midwest because there is no bundling up in the whole world. Sitting in a cold house, I don't care how many sweatsuits you have on. You have got to have some heat. But I've heard people say, just bundled up. You'll be all right. Absolutely not. Been there, done that. Did not work. Okay. So that's why I'm so, baby, that's why I'm trying to get every type of heating I can because I learned the hard way when we was out of the electric one year. We had a bad storm and it knocked out the electricity. Some people didn't have it for months. Mine, I think I only had to go about maybe 4 or 5 days. But honey, that was horrible. I thought I could handle it. I thought I could stay in this house. My mom was the only one that had electricity. And so, everybody pretty much piled up in her little 1 bedroom apartment. So yeah, I found out that no, there's no me sitting up here with no amount of jogging suits on. It's too cold.
Me and
Okay,
Mackenzie got long johns, thermal socks. We got all kinds
I
of
got
stuff
all
I
that
bought.
too, but I'm still not just gonna sit up here all willy nilly like it's working.
Yeah, I got one, but see, I know my body temperature. I can't be too hot, but when it's cold, baby, I'm about to bundle up some stuff. Shout out to the almost 50 people in here. Thank you guys. The thumbs up and the fireworks is for y'all. Appreciate you guys coming in. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. So grateful. Um,
Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about hydroponics and microgreens because if you know you need green if you run out of food and you need like I said that's why you should get buckets as well for hydroponics because you may have to use hydroponics but the thing about hydroponics once they start growing hydroponic takes a lot of water and you may not be able to spare that water so what I did for that, because I like I said, I tried to improvise. What I did because I had the wheatgrass jute things. They like little sheets. See, it's about what 10 or 12 in there. This you could put in a pan. And now this also needs water, but it does not need half as much water as a hydroponic. And so I can have Russian kale. I can have broccoli microgreens. I could have red acre cabbage. Oh, okay. The other one was a red Russian kale. This is red acre cabbage. I can have carrot microgreens. So I purchased a bunch of microgreens just in case food gets desperate and I cannot use my hydroponics because they are taking up too much of water that I cannot spare. So I would go to this because you just spray this with a spray bottle every day. That's the only amount of, I mean, after you wet it for the very first time, and every day you just lightly spray it with water. So I could depend on getting fresh greens from using these.
Hey, Fallen Skies.
Hi, Fallen Skies. Welcome in.
Um, Psalms 146 said, one thing we can do in an emergency is open up a tent in the living room. And
Absolutely.
everyone stay inside it. The body heat will stay inside and keep everyone warm.
That is absolutely right. And what I did for that is, shower curtains. Now there are some shower curtains that are very thin, but there are some thick shower curtains. And I got them. I have them up to the windows, and you can also put them up to the doors. Like if you're trying to close off to one room. So if I tried to close off a room, what I would do, I would have to close off two rooms because these things that I told you that the things I just showed you that I made for heat, I do not want them in any part of the house but the kitchen. I want the fire to stay in the room where the fire is. Okay. And always have, fire, extinguishers, but I would close off whatever room is next to the kitchen if I'm trying to keep that heat. Microgreens are regular seeds, so you could grow full-size plants during normal times too. So, yes, so these are just things that I have chosen to do to try to improvise.
They also have microgreens trays and stands for that.
Yes, they
Another
do.
good investment. Now, another thing that I bought my Renaissance grandma, when you talk about heat, I used to deliver from FedEx, and I used to deliver to the Amish community. So one day I would talk to one of the guys that I would deliver to, and I would ask them, in case the grid go down, what could I buy? What could I start stocking on up for heating and all that type of source to cook off? One thing he told me to get is kerosene lamp oils,
Yeah,
like the little lamp
yeah,
kerosene lamp oils, because you can take those and put like in the bathroom. Like if you got one in the bathroom, that will serve as a heat source if you
yeah.
keep
You could
that
close
door
the
closed.
door.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me and a friend of mine, we was looking at them. I really didn't want kerosene, but I mean, I will if I have to. I had no idea them things. Our grandparents had them things all over the house. I had no idea them things cost that much money.
Now they do. Now they do.
Yeah, they are
So
very expensive, but I
when I
will
go to
invest.
an antique store, I always look for them.
Oh, I've never been in an antique store. They also have microgreen tray. Yeah, yeah, I got that. Yeah, I know you can buy a set. This little jute thing, you can buy that with the trays. I just didn't want that particular one.
Okay.
And I also have the heated things that you put over just like the air conditioning. They also have the heaters that you could just sit down and put it around your neck.
Show that back. I need to write it down.
Called
Handy
a
heater.
handy heater.
Y'all make sure y'all get it down. Handy heater. Gotcha.
I love talking about prepping and being prepared. Amen.
You and me both, Teagues. I love it.
Okay, so we talked about that. Okay, and that's if you're not allergic to microgreens, because you could be allergic to microgreens, so you would want to know that. Okay, so and then this is just something else I had learned from Lead Farmer from years ago is when we buy the detergent in those big giant ones, when they empty, don't throw them away. Just fill them up with water. So when you don't have any water, you just sit one in every room that you have water. You sit one in the kitchen, you sit one in your bathrooms, and that way when you have water to wash your hands with, and then that does not take away from the water that you save to drink and cook with. So instead of you throwing them away, once you empty them, you keep them to just have a hand washer, because you get to push the little thing, put your hand up, wash it, and that's very convenient.
Okay. You also lose a lot of heat from your head and your feet. So make sure you have some good socks and a nice warm hat. And that's true.
Yes.
That's true. Because when I work for FedEx, like I don't have a winter coat. I don't have a traditional coat. One, I can't be hot. I have a thin jacket that has a little lining inside of it. But I didn't even wear that. I had a sweater on that FedEx gave us, and I always wore a t-shirt. And they was always say, "Ain't you cold?" No. My hat would be on my head, and I would have thick socks on my feet. So I always stay warm during the winter time.
Yeah, I had my sister makes us she crochets, and honey,
Mhm.
I have a bag. And that's what I've already started using, because that be these nights are cold now. We have
I
them that
get
come
it.
all the way up to the knee, and we have some that just stop at the ankle. So we have, yeah, she make them for us every single Christmas. She always say, "What you want?" I want the same thing, because I be wearing them things out. So yeah,
You
I
see my
you know,
socks.
I always got something on my head. So ain't no heat coming out of here.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, you just have to be
Whatever.
prepared to keep yourself warm, and it's good to think about these things ahead of time. And like right now, I have a box, because yeah, I got a lot of them too. Remember,
Yeah.
I gave away a lot of them
Yeah.
on my giveaways, and the ones that I didn't give away, I still have them for myself. They in this box right behind me.
Baby, I ain't giving nothing. I'm gonna give y'all something else. But Tampa ain't giving y'all no socks. She loves her socks.
Yep. So yeah.
Mike said if you gotta go to a store and they got packs of seeds for 20 seeds for $5, but pack of microgreen seeds, 3,000 seeds, some prices get microgreen is some seeds. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah. Let me tell you all what's the number on these packages. I was outdone. Um, where is it?
What you said, Teasy.
I know it's a crazy amount of C's on these packages. I don't even see it right now, but
Thank you, Barb. I got a bunch of them socks. I love them.
I
And they
don't
keep
know. But
your
I
feet
think these,
warm.
I know they well over the hundreds, could be up in the thousands. Because you see, this is a big bag. This is not the little bags that we buy. These are big bags.
Let me see.
So these things probably do have like 1,000 or 1,500 seeds in them. I know it was a big, ridiculous number, but it's not written on the package. It must have just been written on the website, unless I'm overlooking it. Okay, so we talked about, okay, and make sure you have everything you need for hygiene. Those, even if you have to buy those just wash things that suds up real good. And they have them where it's a no rinse. They also have them in shampoos. You can buy them. So, if you will still want to shampoo your hair, it's a cap. You set the cap on your head and you just massage your hair and get it nice and wet. And then you comb it through, and it's a no rinse. So do what you have to do, but you always want to keep your hygiene up. Just because it's an emergency, you don't want to just be walking around like it's all good when it ain't. Okay. Commode. Okay. So in the event that we do not have water to flush toilets, and you have to resort to probably putting a trash bag, in the toilet, after all the water is going out, or if you have your bucket, or if you have a commode, you have your bag, your bags in it. So this is what I bought. Now, this is what I use for camping. This worked out perfect, because I am one of them things who my gag reflex is horrible. And I had a tent with somebody else who I knew goes to the bathroom about 4 times a day. And so I was all prepared to just be like, oh my God, this is going to be horrible. So I end up purchasing, that's when your soaps come in handy. Yeah, but you have to rinse them off. I'm talking about no rinse soaps. Okay, so these are what I took to camping. These are some of them are called, this one is called it's called poo powder. So you want to put your cat litter in the bottom of your bag. Then you want to sprinkle this inside of your cat litter, which is called, it's just a little package. That's called poo powder. So this is going to stop any odors. Okay. Then I had the smell ease. Okay. So this is
No, it's
also what
loaded.
I put in there. And you see what it says? Urine solidifier and deodorizer. So that way, if whenever you're ready to gather it up, to take it out, wherever you're going to dump it, there's not going to be any leakage because this will turn it to gel. Okay, so this was excellent when I went camping. Did not smell anything. And my porta potty was I had a 3-part tent, and it was in the end of the tent, and then she had the next one, and I had. We didn't smell anything the entire time. So all this worked together. Kitty litter, the poo package, and then this gel E. And this also, yeah, like I said, it's also this and that poo also stops the smell. So you got two things in there stopping the smell. But at the time, I didn't know if they was gonna work, so I had also had me a little essential oils, but I didn't have to use it because it has never been open because I didn't have to use it. And I have bought these little commode liners, but you can use regular trash bags. Because these commode liners are very expensive, and they only give you about probably 5 in here. So that is what you're going to do if your toilet is not working and you
Tixie
do not
said,
want to smell in the house.
Tixie said, will the poo spray or drops work like the powder? Hey, LGG,
I cannot say that because I've never used them.
new cat litter in a bag.
Hey, LGG, welcome in. Any more? That's when. Oh, anybody else have any questions on that? Okay, so that is how you're going to take care of your toilet. And I just bought another whole box. So that poop gel is a 30 pack. You get 30 of those packs for $8.49. So that is not bad at all.
And that's coming from Amazon.
Yep. So you're welcome, LGG. Okay, so baking soda. Gotta have baking soda in your home because baking soda is just not for. I need you all to research all the benefits of baking soda because it's not just for the routine things that you might use them for. Like you could use it as a deodorizer. You could use it to brush your teeth. You might can use it for indigestion. You can also make a paste out of it for itchy skin or a sunburn. You can, if you can, whenever if you do when you do have water, you can use it in your wash machine. Also as a deodorizer, and it can also put out a small fire. So I have bags of it in my bug out bag, just in case, because it's just so versatile. I only wrote down a few things for each thing that I'm talking about, but you just Google yourself and see how many things that you could use for some simple baking soda. Go ahead.
My Renaissance grandmother.
Yeah.
What is a bug out bag?
A bug out bag is okay. Say I'm just sitting here chilling, not knowing anything going on. I get this knock on my door, and it's the fire department. And they said, "Ma'am, we got a gas leak 2 blocks away. It's headed this way. It could explode. Everybody got to go. Get every. You don't have time to pack. You got to get out. My bug out bag is already packed. So all I have to do grab my purse and my bug out bag. That bug out bag is going to have food, it's going to have water, it's going to have my medicines, it's going to have things that I may need because sometimes you may be able to come back to your home and sometimes you may never be able to come back to your home depending on what the disaster is. So at least you will have something. You will have some underwear to change. You will have some out clothes to change into. I buy the soap nuts, the little round soap nuts, so I don't have like because them bug out bags get heavy really fast. And they're organic, so you can wash your clothes in these little soap nuts to be able to, keep your underwear clean or whatever. And I got basically in mind, I have leggings because leggings are so easy to roll up and you can stuff a lot of them in a bag as opposed to trying to put big pants and all of that in there. But that's what a bug out bag, the bag is already packed, ready for you to go, no matter what the disaster or the situation is.
Okay. You can use lime for the smell and to repel bugs on the portable toilet. Teasy says she keeps extra cat litter around just in case of an emergency. Oh, the dried lime. My Renaissance grandmama, have you ever heated up a room with pots?
With pots?
With
What kind of
pots.
pots?
What
Like when I
kind of
said
pots
boiling
don't
the
you have?
water? Are you talking about when I was talking about boiling the water?
Don't hurt the harvest. What kind of pots? LGG said amazing information. And
Thank
Miss
you.
Red said to make sure you put in your bug out bag your important documents.
Absolutely. And you want a waterproof one because you don't know what you're going to go through. So put your important documents in a waterproof container.
Okay. I'm waiting on Don't Hurt the Harvest to respond to the type of pots. But guys, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. We appreciate almost the 50 of y'all that's in here, the 47 of y'all.
Oh, the clay pots and candles. Yeah, I have tried those before and they do work, but it's heat, but you have to be sitting right up on the heat. It's not going to go through like a whole room. Okay, I literally had to like sit there and do one of these numbers because it did not spread.
Okay, she was talking about the clay pots.
But she said with the water, your
Them
garden.
brown pots that can water your garden through the summer. She's saying the clay pots. They use clay pots to water their gardens.
Who do?
People do.
Oh,
You never seen them use a clay pot to sit inside their garden, and it's supposed to keep the soil moist.
okay.
Yeah, but she's saying about the room. If you use a clay pot and water to do your room,
In my
island
room.
pots. I don't know.
Ollie
You have to
pie?
have a whole lot of pots. Depends on how big your room is.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about Listerine, the original gold color Listerine. That is something else to have in your home
You talking about
because
Doctor, what the man name
it
is?
ain't no doctor, it's Listerine.
Oh, it's not the other Dr.
No,
something.
it's
That
Listerine.
pure alcohol. Man, somebody tell you Dr. Tishner. Is that what it was called? I think it was Dr. Tishner. I think that,
Tishner's. Yeah.
yes.
Oh, girl.
Somebody
Yeah. That
told
that
me to
stuff is a
get that.
woo. That thing will
Baby,
blow
somebody,
your head off.
hold on, my runner. So somebody told me to get that and it'll help, with a toothache. But what they failed to tell me is it needed diluted.
Diluted.
I put that stuff in my mouth straight, and you talk about somebody was hollering and screaming. It looked like somebody was literally tearing my teeth out. So
Yeah.
we ain't doing that. Okay, let's go back
Make
to
it
the
a reminder
Listerine.
to have our. Wait a minute. What was that saying? A reminder about our to have some check.
This is a reminder to have our fireplaces and chimney check. I'm calling tomorrow.
Yep. Yep. That's a good thing to do.
And a clay pot with candle, another pot on top. People saying that is dangerous. It's a jug full of water. It leaks out pot slow. Keep up. Yep, Mike. I watched a YouTube channel that's what somebody say. That's a serious fire starter, baby. Duh. Um. Okay, that's all of them. We caught up.
Okay, the gold Listerine. These we like call we improvising, right?
Okay.
Listerine is not just for your mouth. These are things if you have it around the house, you can't go to the store, you can't go buy anything. This is something that you can you. Yep, that's old fat baby. That's something else. That burn your mouth just as bad as some Dr. Tishner. But you can also use it
Hey,
for
Miss Shirley.
oh, you've been talking. Hey, Miss Shirley, welcome in. You could also dilute that and use it for athlete's feet. You can disinfect a cut with it. You can use it with diluted for acne. You could put it in your laundry with your clothing if you know, like say you somebody been sick in the house and you're washing up their clothes. You can throw that Listerine because it kills the germs in the clothes. Okay,
Okay.
you can put it in the bottom of your commode. If you don't have those other things to get rid of an odor, you can put that in the bottom of your commode as well for odor. Okay, and you already know it's for plaque, gingivitis, all of that, but you can use it. Like if you injured and you got to clean a wound or something, it's good for that. So that's what we're talking about. We're talking about having those little things that's already around the house that you can improvise with when you at home. You like, oh my goodness, what I'm going to do. I'm just letting you know these are things that you already have that you can make use of. I walked over to grandma's house to see who's here.
She talking about she came over to your channel.
Oh.
Happy man.
Well, thank you, Happy Mac. I appreciate it. Okay, so another thing you want to do during emergency, you want to take care of your mental, okay? Don't just sit up and flip out. First of all, if you're a praying person, you should, that's your number one weapon, okay? Number two, you just have something to, strengthen, just to keep your mind off of things. So that's why we have the games and whatever you enjoy doing, your books, that you like doing puzzles. Make sure you have something to occupy your mind. We need this now because it is so much in the news. If they're not talking about it on social media, it's on the news and it's overwhelming. So we cannot just sit up and go cuckoo, listening to
Cuh, cuh,
all
cuh,
of
cuh.
these disasters going on. So take care of your mental and
Right.
whatever that looks like to you, whatever you not drink, not just get stoned,
Right.
but
Perfect. Hey,
whatever you
perfect
do to
Becky.
calm yourself down.
I was just finna say, y'all make sure y'all grab y'all a couple bottles. Hey, perfection bacon, welcome in.
Okay, so take care of your mental, okay? Castor oil. Now, you all heard my witnesses about the castor oil. And we all know how people don't really want us taking care of ourselves, right? I literally ran across an article where that person had debunked everything that we say that castor oil does. And what I said that castor oil did, it was no hearsay. It was not something I read. I told you all what castor oil did for me. So for them to debunk and say, no, it does not work for all those things is a bunch of bunk. So
I got a
get your
question.
castor oil. That's something else you would need that helps with a variety of things. You want to research that as well. Michael and
Read a
his squirrels.
Squirrels and the garden are my peace. Miss Red said, read a book and play games. And that's something that me and, well, that's something I did. I stocked up on games, coloring books, puzzles, all kinds of stuff for me and Mackenzie in case, the inedible happens and
Yeah,
we're
and
locked
it's
in.
and especially if you have kids around the house, because leave that up to the grown folks to be like, Lord, what is going on? But don't let the kids be involved in the tragedies. They need to know their place too. If, like you say,
Exactly.
if you do have to leave the house, when we have to leave, you grab that bag. I'm gonna grab this one. You grab that. Now they do need to know what to do in the case of emergency. But while the stuff is going on and you can still stay in your house, you don't want them to have to be listening and hearing all this stuff. So give them something to do. So have them some, puzzles and things.
Teasy said we stocked up on a lot of board games, puzzle books, and arts and crafts, and adult coloring books. I bet
Yep,
I even got children coloring books. I'm be sitting there with
I
my
do
kids
too.
and
Oh,
color.
I got children puzzle books here.
Exactly.
And I love those books where they tell you to find what's different, or
Yeah.
you have to find all this, and it's a lot of like, where's Waldo, but it's not Waldo. It's like, where's, somebody else. I just love all those kind of things. So yeah, I got all those puzzle books. So
Right,
don't,
Teasy.
yeah, if
All
you,
of it.
yeah, crocheting, knitting, whatever
Everything.
that's going to put you in a zen and calm you down, that's what you have to, just take care of your mental.
Hint, my movie collection. All I need is a good, perfect generator, a DVD player, and I can pop a movie in.
And I showed you all the castor oil to get. I
Oh,
don't know
that's
what.
what I was gonna ask you with the castor oil. Does it
Uh,
have an expiration date?
Castor oil. I don't think you're not eating it.
I know. You're rubbing it on your body, all
It
over
should
your
be. It
body.
should be just fine.
And you told me to get the one with the pink label on it.
Yep. The by Heritage House. That is my favorite by Heritage House. And
Okay.
another thing, if you do have a small generator, I'm just going to go back to that because I looked down here and saw some of my props I skipped over. There's so much stuff over here, guys. Okay, so if you have a small generator, like I said, you're trying to reserve as much energy, because you don't know what the long term is,
True.
and there may not be sun to go out and charge these things up by day and then be ready to use your things at night. So if you do have a small not small, but I'm gonna say maybe medium generator, you know how you can buy these. Now they're not gonna heat up a whole house or whatever, but if you have it closed off, what you don't want to get is this one. This is a 400 watt. So this is not going to work on maybe like a 300. You might have to have a 700, and it may not even work on a 700 because sometimes those numbers don't mean anything. But the 250 will work on a medium generator. So like I said, and this is not something you want to continuous run because it is going to pull power, but this is just more alternatives to just trying to keep your family warm along with all the other things that I named. But making those little portable heaters will be that I made, that's what I'm going to rely on. And that will reserve my propane for, the buddy. And like I said, if I desperately need this, I will, because I don't want to be sitting up in the house and get sick, because what we don't want to do is get sick in a disaster and need to go to the hospital. Okay?
True. That's
So
true.
you don't want to be sitting up in no freezing house. So do what you can to warm yourself up.
Now, one thing the Amish man told me, um, they use battery operated things like rechargeable battery operated stuff. And you can buy the heaters, the fans, and also the lamps, like the bedside lamps that go on the side of your lamps that operate with the battery, rechargeable battery. He told me that you can invest in those too. So that's an idea if people are interested in that type of stuff.
It is. I told you, honey. I literally will Google USB operated emergency equipment, because I'm trying to use the least amount of energy. And I also have this. Now, this is a dual for me. This is my very bright light. So,
Oh,
but
I
look what
seen
it
one of
has.
those.
It has I can also put this in the window, charge this up by day, and it has USB. So like I said, I have all these 5 or 6 little portable ones, or if you have a small little generator, you can charge this
What's the
up.
name of that one?
It doesn't have a name.
Okay.
It's an IP66, whatever that is. And this comes from your Amazon store.
By Amazon.
Yeah. So
I
it
hope
came
they
from
put
there.
that in my question.
At least
Okay.
I think.
Yeah,
Uh,
hand crank devices. I have the hand crank
yeah.
flashlights.
Them
Yeah.
don't work too well to me. I mean, that hand crank Noah thing I got, that thing worked for a split second for me. So I don't
Oh,
know.
I got the ones that I got. It's like a flashlight. You crank it, and that little thing bright than a joker, and it lasts a while. One of the real expensive ones neither. I think I got like 24 in a pack from Amazon. My don't hurt the harvest. Say, oh, okay, don't hurt the harvest.
Did she have a question?
Mm-mm, those small USB desk fans works wonders.
Absolutely. That's what's on me right now. I got one in here and I got one sitting right next to my rocking chair.
Okay, I'm trying to. I think I miss a. Did I miss? No, I didn't. Yes, I did. No, I didn't.
Welcome in. Oh, I might have spoken to you.
Perfection bacon.
Did I speak? Okay.
I love the new look Tampa Nice. Well, thank you. I appreciate you. I feel 25 pounds lighter on my head. I ain't gonna say that from the neck down though. RN kind of radio good. Wait a minute, cuz Andrew, you said RN kind of radio good.
Oh,
Are you
she's
trying to
trying
say
to say any kind of radio is good.
okay? Because they do have the hand crank radios too.
Them hand, like I said, I mean, maybe you all do better with hand crank than I do. They
Yeah.
just don't work that long for me.
I also have a multifunctional weather radio with flashlights and emergency
I
siren.
do too.
Okay, let me
Yeah.
write that down, Tease. And thank you for putting that in the chat. Multifunctional. Okay, my renaissance.
Okay, so now, like I said, I'm not a doctor and I'm not telling you all what to do. I'm just telling you I've used this before and I suggested it to others to use it before and it works. But I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just telling you. I'm just everything preparedness, okay? So for infection, uh I had a coworker that walked up to me and they said, I think my belly button is infected. And I was like, then he raised up his shirt and I was like, yeah, pretty much. That thing was red and swollen and oozing and everything. I said, do you have aspirin? And he said, no. So I said, on your way home, Go get you some just plain aspirin. Put a little bit of water in and make you a paste. Put that on that, and you should be okay. Came back next day, no swelling, no red, no nothing. So it is good for infection. I don't know about anywhere else. I've never used it for anything other than I was also used it for one of my piercings that I hadn't had a ring in it for like a long time. And so when I did put one in there, it kind of swelled up and turned red. And so, I mean, I had suggested somebody else to do it. So I'm like, okay, let me try it. And so I made it. And the next day it was fine. So, and if you, and I carry aspirin anyway, because I'll just always carry it in case somebody around me having a heart attack. I don't use aspirin, but I always buy when they expire. I just keep it for the medical part of it, and I just buy a fresh bottle, and I just keep it in my purse in case somebody else needs it. But nasty red things on body, yeah. Infection is red, nasty red things, yes.
Exactly.
And I have a lot of, I do have a lot of, but yeah, I told you all that. I got like 3 or 4 flashlights. I mean, my whole window sills will be full because I have so many solar, objects that to try to be able to use. Like I said, if you get that little bit of sun during the day, grab it. If you don't have any electricity,
Cousin, yeah, she said aspirin. Did- She did
yeah,
say
I said just
aspirin.
plain, yeah, plain old white aspirin. Most people don't
I
keep aspirin around, but you should always have a good. Yeah, I keep it, and I keep it in my purse, like I said, just in case somebody having a heart attack. That slap it under their tongue.
Yep. I do know it's better to have than not have at all. You
Yep,
never know what situation you're gonna be in. And it's not just only for an emergency. What happens if a person gets sick? One of the spouse gets sick. Somebody lose their jobs. It's always good to have extra stuff just in case of an emergency. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what
exactly.
type of emergency
I
will
mean,
arise.
look how many preppers that we know that either got laid off or
Lost
just
their jobs.
somebody got sick. They did just fine because they had food, they had water. They might not have had any money, but they was in survival mode and they were able to survive. Look at the ones that did lose electricity because they listened and got the gas generators or whatever they needed. They survived. So it's the difference in having and not having it, or you gonna be okay, or you not gonna be okay. And
True.
like I said, I know that's a money issue. That's why we trying to improvise on some things, but we would all love to have the biggest and the best of everything.
Exactly.
But we just can't do it.
And at that time for you, you can go on and do it. I'll
I,
finish talking till you get back.
I was gonna say I'll do it later, but no, I don't want to forget because that's important.
Yeah, go on do it. I'll finish talking. Yes, that's part of prepping as well. Life changing events. Right, Teasy. I started prepping before the pandemic. I just because you never know what's gonna happen. So I started prepping before the pandemic. And when it happened and I ended up getting sick, my preps helped me out tremendously. Like I was so sick to the point that I couldn't even get out and go anywhere. And Mackenzie was old enough to be able to warm up her some stuff in the microwave. So I couldn't get out of bed to do nothing. And then when I did get out the bed, I didn't want to do nothing but go to the bathroom and get right back in the bed. So it's always good to put aside a little stuff. It might not be as much as you want. You might can't afford to get the big, massive stock rooms that everybody I see on YouTube be showing, but it's always good if you can go to the store and if you buy a can of corn, buy an extra can. You buy a case of water, buy extra case. You know, if you see a pack of batteries on sale, get an extra pack. You never know what you might go through. We never know. Life is not guaranteed to be unicorns and butterflies. Lord knows I wish it was, but we living in reality. So, oh wait a minute, did I miss some stuff? Hold on. So Tixie said that's why it is important to buy a little extra while you can, and put the extras away. I am trying to be good, but I'm about to have aspirin like did it. Had baby heart for real. I mean, it's good to stock up on medicines. You know what I'm saying? First aid. It is always good to stock up on medicines, first aid. Um, what else? If you can get antibiotics, that's even better. And I know they have some companies out there that will let you get antibiotics. And I think one of them name was Jace. I think that's it. Don't quote me. That might be it. But hey, whatever you feel the need to stock up on, man, do it. I mean, like, do it. Teagsy said, I did too, Tampa. I always kept my cabinets and dishwasher full of goods. What you said, my kids came home one day. She looked up under her bed. She said, Grandma, why all this water under my bed? I like, cause I ran out of space and I needed to put it somewhere. And your bed was the only bed that was high enough. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
All righty. You left off on
Oh, I was just trying to see what you all was discussing. I thought you.
medicines and
Oh,
whatever you can stock up on extra.
yeah, absolutely. And I mean, if you could get a 3 month supply, get a 3 month supply.
If
I'll
you
be
can
on my
only
three
get a
month
1 month
supplies.
supply, that's fine. Just
Huh?
get a supply.
Yeah. Yes, I'm.
'Cause-
I'm gonna get to peroxide, cousin Angela. That's on my list as well.
okay, cousin, ready to talk about that. I love
Yep.
me some cousin. You can get antibiotics from Tractor Supply. The ones for animals are good to put in your emergency kit. Jeez, I don't think I want to take no animals antibiotics.
Antibiotics at track. Oh, you mean for animals?
No, but I was saying Jace. I think it was Jace antibiotics or
Yeah,
something.
Jace is expensive, but yeah, I have them as well. I got.
Yeah. So I think it was two of them that I can't remember that second one, but I
Yeah, it's
know
another
Jace was
company
one of
too.
them. Huh?
I can't think of that other company either.
Yeah, but I know you can get antibiotics for each family member just to have in your stock.
Yeah.
So if you can get it, get it.
Okay, so communications, if you could get communications, because once everything goes down to be able to keep up, with family or friends or whatever, there's many different things out there that you could get. I don't think they really have the distance that they say that they do, but walkie-talkie, ham radios, um, that I think what's supposed to be the best is what's that phone called? That thing is expensive. It's called a something phone, a satellite phone. That joker is super expensive. But yeah, make sure you got your communications if you can afford them. Like I said, you can't afford it. Okay, so now these are just some little honorable mentions.
Okay.
Okay, for mosquitoes. If you having a mosquito problem, you know that any of your herbs out in your garden, you can take those with that herbs, you can rub it together, get that oil out of it, and just rub it on your skin. Pure vanilla flavoring. Mosquitoes hate that smell. You can put pure vanilla flavoring on your skin. I'm talking about, say you in a desperate situation, you did have to flee your home, and you in the tent, and you don't have all the necessities. If this is a little bottle or something that you want to throw in your bug out bag that will help with mosquitoes. Um, and just remember, when if you use any of the essential oil, and that's like I said, you could use the oils from your garden and the exact same oils in your garden. If you have them in essential oils, you can use them as well. But remember, they have to be diluted. Don't just try to rub those things on your skin. Mix it with some. You know, I use castor oil for everything. So mix it with a little castor oil. What she say? It's the
Things to
same.
say it's the same thing, higher doses. Do so need to know the doses breakdown. That's why they are always sold out. All the preppers are buying it. Do some research and you will find out.
Are you talking about the animal pills
Yeah,
at Tractor Supply?
I think so. Because I know she might be talking about, I don't know if she's talking about Jace or if she's talking about the Tractor Supply.
No, she's not talking about Jace because Jace stuff you don't have to try to figure out how much to take. It comes with a pamphlet, tells you what disease that you need it for, what viral infection, what bacterial infection. You get all the information. So she must be talking about the Tractor Supply
Okay.
thing.
Okay.
Yeah, she said, yeah, the antibiotics at Tractors.
Okay.
Okay. Another honorable mention is
David in here?
I don't know. I haven't seen them.
Yeah, I ain't seen David. I see Don't Hurt the Harvest, but I don't see David. Hey, Shawnee,
Hey,
welcome in.
Shawnee.
Appreciate everybody in the background listening.
And
Don't forget
if
the
you
thumbs
do
up.
have an indoor garden, I mean, if you can still grow outdoor now, that's great. Just make sure you do have your medicinal herbs because those medicinal herbs are great for if you cannot get medication, but you need to do your research or get some books so you don't wait until, like I said, there is no electricity and there is no internet, and then you have nothing to Google or look up. So make sure you have books, even if you, because I have books, but I've also printed out stuff like went to healthcare things on the sites on the internet, and I've printed them off. So I got two different things that I can rely on when I need to know what to use for what. But your herbs, if you are indoors, grow you some indoor herbs because these things are good to keep your blood pressure down. If you have diabetes, they can help with sugar. Some things have a little bit of pain in it, can help with headaches. And so just research and know what your herbs are for and make sure you grow some.
What's up, Cropper?
Hey, David, welcome in.
So Shawnee said, just move my herbs indoors so they can keep growing. Yes, to the books with pictures.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Gotta have pictures.
What are your
What are
top five medicinal
medicinal
herbs to
herbs to
grow
grow? The
besides
top
basil?
five, well, they all have beneficial, but my favorites are, well, you know, what you said, you already named basil because basil is definitely good for lowering blood pressures. And so I like basil, I like thyme, I like lavender, uh, I like parsley. Like my parsleys, I have never, maybe once. My parsleys or my cilantros and all of them, I don't use them for food. They are for teas. Just research your herbs and see what they are for. I use my herbs for teas, for medicinal uses. I rarely use a herb to cook with, except for sage. Now, sage can actually help if you don't have antibiotics. I think I don't know if it's the viral or the bacteria, but it is. And you know, oregano definitely got to have oregano because that's also a natural antibiotic. So you definitely want antibiotic herbs because they would be way better than those, you know, the traditional antibiotics because they can cause other issues. I stocked up. on ink just to print information when the grid is down. Absolutely. Absolutely. And moringa, oh my God. Now you know I when I broke down my moringa this year, I showed you all on the video. I broke it all the way down to below the dirt. I took every part of that moringa, the leaves, the fly, the leaves, the branches, the whole root, the whole everything. It was hard, baby, but I broke that joker up, took the bark off of it, chopped it up, and I boiled that thing in tea. The radishes, remember, I didn't really get to get radishes this year. I got one set of radishes. Those are also cut up in the bag with my moringa. That's for tea. If you don't know what the benefit of radishes are, you do not have to eat them. A lot of people say, I don't like radishes. I don't neither, but they have medicinal benefits.
Mackenzie had a white radish straight from the dirt.
Yeah, I do
She
too.
washed it off and
The
ate it.
what's the Zycon? I think it is.
Whatever kind is don't hurt the Hobbs game, huh? I don't know what kind it was. Hey, great people of the chat. David said bark. Um, cousin Angela, everybody speaking. I found some fantastic new herbs online and ordered the seeds. My whole garden is turning into a home pharmacist.
Oh, do
Yes.
share. You need to email me those herbs. See if I already have them. I do have a lot of herbs that I do not talk about, and the reason is because I don't have the room to grow them. So they're just sitting in an envelope, in a mylar bag. I mean, can't even grow them because I don't have the room. But you can still send them to me, and I can see if it's something I need to research because I'm all about the herbs. You all know that. Okay, hydrogen peroxide. Okay, the benefits. You can use it for a plethora of things as well. You need to do your research, but you could add it to water, make eardrops out of to loosen up wax in your ear. You can add it to your toothpaste or your mouth cleaning remedy. You can clean mold with it. You can also add that to your laundry, and you can use it for rinse it, dilute it, and use it for and when you have mouth sores on the inside of your mouth, you can use it for that. So, and there's many more. Like I said, I only gave you all a few because I'd have been like writing all day long, but I want you all to research so you can make your own list so you can have it. And like I said, if it's to the point where you cannot get to the store, you will have everything in your home. That's why it just devastates me to think that I may have to leave my house because we have put everything in our house so we can have it. And then if we have to flee our houses, then we leaving back all the goods. So I pray that I don't have to leave this house. So I will be able to use the things that I have. And like I said, kitchen herbs. I'm all about kitchen herbs. A lot of people only use those herbs for cooking, not me. I wish I had brought my bag in here. I've showed you all it before, but I have a massive bag of herbs. Mullins is another one, a favorite, and that is for your lungs. If you had any kind of lung issues, so just find out, Google all your just regular herbs that you have in your kitchen, or your parsleys, your thymes, your rosemary, and you will see the benefits, not just for tasting good. These things make you feel good, and that's real. Have you ever worked with Manuka honey? Yes, ma'am. That $45, I got about 3 bottles. I got one probably in my bug out stuff. I got one in the kitchen that I use when I make some of my products. And I think I got two of them that's packed up in some bags. But yeah,
Where do
I
you
know a
get your
lot of people don't
manuka honey
believe in
from?
the Manuka honey because they say, how you know that really came from New Zealand? Well, how we know about anything, when we buy it. But yeah, I do use Manuka honey because it also has antibiotics in it. You can also put, if you, like I said, now this is another desperate situation. If somebody also gets a horrible infection. I'm talking about like a large body. Now that aspirin was for a small body of infection, like I said, a piercing. But if you have something that's a large body of an infection that might be on the arm or somewhere on your skin, you can put that manuka honey on a bandage and put it over that wound, and that manuka honey will heal that wound. Yes, mullein is good for upper respiratory.
Good night, Teasy. I know. I could talk about it all the time too,
Good
being a
night,
prepper.
TZ.
My mama put peroxide on everything. My boo boos, it would fizzle up.
Absolutely. Yes, they will.
Psalms 146 said, I've been wanting to decorate my kitchen, but the same thought about possibly having to leave what prevents me.
Yep, I hear you.
Every year
I'm
I
going to
change
try
my
and make some
garden.
Vicks. I make Vicks as well. I make all my rubs for my chest because I mean, all you gotta do is buy your menthols and your whatever base you want to use, which is whatever oil you want to use for your base. Your coconut oils or whatever. Like I tell you, I have tried to encourage you all for years to make your own everything. Everything you buy in the store, you can make it. And you know it's good, and you know it's clean, and you know it's pure, and you know it's not going to be recalled.
Exactly, exactly.
So I encourage everybody to make their own.
On everything.
And clothes, that's another one. If you have been following me for a while, you know how much I talk about clothes. Cloves is another one that's all right in the kitchen already, but that thing is a medicinal
Hold on. I'm sorry. Are you saying clothes or
cloves,
cloves with the V?
cloves with the V.
I could have sworn you said clothes. I'm like, I
No,
got too many
cloves.
clothes. What we need to know? What we need clothes for? I got it.
Yeah, cloves is. I mean, every a lot of people already know it's good for um for my. I gave my grandson some one day. He kept his tooth was hurting him so bad. I mixed him some water with some cloves. He was like, this burn, this burn, this burn. I said, well, how about the tooth? He go, oh, it don't hurt no more. It burnt that tongue up, but he was that tooth stop
That-
hurting. But cloves is for way more than that. Oh my God, I absolutely love cloves. Cloves can lower your blood pressure. Cloves can helps with gut health. You just throw like I had tea before I started drinking water. I had cloves out probably every day this week. I've had cloves in my tea. And like rose, I've told you all about the rose buds that you can buy at the stores that have stuff like already put in containers. Cloves, that's good for pain. I mean, roses. It's a lot of things people just don't know is for medicinal uses. You have got to research these things and get them in your home so you can have them when you cannot get to the store, cannot get to the hospital. You all see what happened during C-19?
oh,
How
I
many
know.
times they said if you was not definitely ill, do not, how many say they said do not come to the hospital. So if we in a bad situation and something is going on, and if your brains ain't hanging out, they gonna be telling you, take care of yourself at home. So we need to be able to take care of ourselves at home.
Yep. Gia say, yep, they grow the roses for the beauty.
Absolutely. And roses, you can eat a rose right off the vine.
And that's
So
something I
yeah,
didn't know until I came into the garden community. Being able to make tea with the rose petals, being able to make rose water for your hair. It's just
yep.
so
I
many
make it for my
benefits.
grandson for his locks. Yep, I make him a rose spray.
Are you
Yeah, all
growing the
these
Vicks
things.
plants?
Are you going? Are you growing the Vicks? Girl, you mean, honey, send that information to me too.
Hold on, Tease. I thought you were going to sleep.
She was supposed to be going to bed.
She supposed to
She
be going to
said
sleep
she could
seven
talk about
times.
this all night long. She meant that.
She gonna blame me for her not being able to get up in the morning. Tampa, you had me up all night. So I didn't know they had a Vicks plant. That's interesting. I wrote that down though. Any
It's
kind of
like,
rose.
yeah, you can use like a rose from the rose vine, but I buy the dehydrated roses because I don't have a rose vine. Um,
I grow the rose for tea and shampoo. Oh, G Hud, I seen your ginger, what is it, that ginger shampoo plant?
ginger lily, yeah,
Yeah,
shampoo.
I seen hers the other day. She had did a video. Yep.
Okay, so cloves, like I said, blood pressure, tooth pain, gut health, anti-cancer properties, antioxidant, inflammation, and anesthetic. Well, we know it's anesthetic. That's why it tore his tongue up, baby. It numbed that whole tongue.
That was the clothes, right?
That's the clothes. That is good. Do your research because, like I said, I'm not telling you half of what these things can do for you. That's why I want you to research them, generate your own list so you can have it on paper when you need it. Okay. Oh, go to Etsy and find a Vicks plant. Okay. So is it just the same Vicks that you use as to make Vicks rub with?
Mm-hmm.
Because I usually just buy menthol and what's the other one? This is another one I buy the menthol and something that okay. Oh, you have some too? The Vicks, what the
The hub
tea?
said she have some, and G Hud said, "How is your leaf of life doing?"
Oh, it's doing fine.
Go
I
to
would try to
ACC.
send you some rooted cuttings. My Renaissance grandma, I have to bring them inside before they die back. Okay, I sure appreciate it. Eucalyptus is also great. I have not grown that in a while, but I do buy it. You know, I told you what I can't not grow because I don't have the space. Hey, Bayou, welcome in.
What's up, by you?
What I can't grow, like I said, is an African store about a mile and a half down the street from me. I have a lot of herbs from myself, and I have a lot of herbs. Like I said, I just want to feel good. In some emergency, the last thing you want to do is be sitting up at home not feeling well.
True.
And then they telling you you can't come in here and telling you on the phone what to do. So
So Teaser said she growing two varieties of eucalyptus.
yeah, I
Not
haven't
two.
grown that in about maybe 4 or 5 years.
Did she say two cucut plants?
A
Kuka
yucca,
plants?
a yucca
Plants
plant.
down?
Oh, your yucca plants died. I don't know what them are. Not spelt that way. I know with the YUCCA, but I don't know what the EUCA.
Oh, maybe G Hud said her eucalyptus plants died.
Oh, she just go. Oh, she didn't just spell it out. That's what I
Yeah.
kind of thought at first. And the
Yep.
last one is jars, glass jars. You want to start saving, like if you buy a big jar of pickles or any of those, because, and it don't even have to be the big ones, but see, I have found myself using my mason jars for everything. And mason jars need to be reserved for just when you want to preserve food because mason jars are getting higher and higher. So instead of just taking advantage and using it for everything, you just start saving up your pickle jars or whatever and use those when stuff don't need to be canned, but you just want to jar up some flour or just anything. You can use those glass jars, use them to drink out of, because a lot of people like myself like to drink out of glass. Okay, so just save you up some glass. You don't have to save a lot, but we just need to save things that we may not be able to get our hands on because we have to realize that the the person that we are enemies with, that who can cut us off at any day if he gets mad enough at us. 95% of what's in our home comes from that country. So can you imagine if that person decides to say, I'm not sending you nothing else? That's medicine. That's everything in our homes. That's everything that's in the stores that we buy. We have things that come from a few other places, but like I say, about 95% comes from them. So just start saving up little things that you may have to need. Like I said, like buckets and jars or something that we usually spend money for. Yeah, saving your spaghetti jars. Yeah, I used to hate saving stuff like that. Tupperware bowls and I mean just a plastic bowl. But honey, I save a little bit of everything now because one we may come to a time where we cannot get our hands on those things.
True.
So,
I'm
and I use
starting to
like if
get
I buy
ginger
the ice
bread for my
cream, I save
Fritos.
them. I made my own sorbets now, so I put my sorbet in those little things with the plastic lid to them. So that's all I have, and I appreciate you all listening, and I appreciate you all tapping in and putting the things that you all do as well, so people can learn from all of us. Yes, yeah, sterilize them and save them because we may, honey, there may come a time we just don't know, and we'll be sitting up talking about, man, I remember throwing away all those pickle jars and all those such and such glass jars, and we pretty much like glass as opposed to other things that can get bacterial in them easy. We prefer glass. So
Yeah.
yeah, I started just saving up glass. I found a room for them, but that's what I have, and I hope it helps someone. And I don't think, and I got everything. I didn't skip anything, but yeah.
Um, guys, I'm trying to find it. Um, my Renaissance grandmother sells soap, body butter, spices to cook with,
Hey,
and
Queen.
hey, Queen, she has a plethora of things that she hands makes, and I'm trying to find her website to drop.
Thank you for dropping in, Gui. You want me to put it in mine and then you can just pull it up?
Yeah, if you can, because I'm trying to. I'm on your page, but it's not letting me
Yeah,
copy the
I'll
link.
put it on there for you.
Yeah, it's not letting me copy the link. Hey, Gwen, welcome in. Welcome in. Oh, Gwen, cousin Angela, and I don't know if Sammy Joe is in here. Thank you guys. And I did put a members video on the members side if you want to go check that out. So I did do that, and I want to thank you guys. And at the membership, the member video at the end, but I can always say it now. Um, Gwe, Sammy Joe, and cousin Angela, inbox me your address. Since you three are my first three members, I want to send you a little gift for supporting me. I do appreciate it.
Hey, M&T Living.
I am a
Thank you
tea
for
living, but
thank
he
you for
can't see
coming.
the
You
vision.
are welcome, Barb. I appreciate you all coming in and listening.
And if anybody wants to go to my Renaissance grandmother's Lady V collection, oh my gosh, you gonna be very happy that you did. It's a bunch of people in this chat that have supported my Renaissance grandmother. They can tell you about her. So
Yep.
when you use her soap, you become a brand new person.
Yep, you pretty much a lot of people in this chat has. I appreciate every last one of you all.
Yeah. And occasionally she runs some sales, so but I don't be want to wait on the sale because she run out. I want mine before the sale.
You're right.
But she makes everything with love. She has good quality. And she stands on her word, guys. You know, her work is phenomenal. So anybody that wants to go out and check out her channel, I did drop her link in the chat. And anybody who is new here wants to subscribe to come here. Tampa's Creek. This channel is for me and my granddaughter because we are striving to be 100% self-sufficient. We got land in the Ozark and we are ready to start our homestead. So just keep us in y'all prayers. Hopefully we make it there one day, sooner rather than later. But I do want to say thank you guys for coming in. Do anybody have any last minute questions for my
Yes,
renaissance?
Angela. Yes, I am plant based. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Oh, Bayou, thank you, thank you. Bayou, I forgot Bayou was in here. I knew you was at work. Shoot.
And by
Fingers.
you, you know what you right because my sister and I we was in the store. And this man walked up to us. He said, I don't know which one of you all got this whole aisle smelling up. And I said, oh, it could be either one of us. He said, and I said, it's just, he said, well, what is it? I said, oh, it's homemade. He said, well, can I get your number? And I gave it to him. But yeah.
Oh, shut your mouth. Let me
Well,
go.
see, that was a spray.
That's
I
the
don't sell the spray anymore because that
dang.
just got too expensive because you need to use so much oil. But yeah, that's the spray. And it's, I mean, oh my God, you do. I have been in the store so many times, and I heard people say somebody smell good in here.
Exactly, exactly. I'm like Bayou. Bayou, I done got that Michelle Obama. I'm gonna get it soon as it comes to me. That's the first thing I'm
Thank you,
gonna
boy
buy.
Brownie.
Barb said awesome quality products. A plus 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 plus. Um, good speed to you. Thank you, Miss Red. I appreciate it. Jiha say Tampa. She dropped my link. Okay, okay, okay. Thank you. Lavender and vanilla is the bomb. What Michael gave up the you know she did. If y'all don't have any more questions, do anybody have any more questions from my renaissance? We got 3 minutes. 3 3 3 3 minutes. 3 3 3 3 minutes. Oh, you want to just do a breakdown of everything do a summary of everything you broke down?
No, that's not gonna be 3 minutes. I'll just see if anybody the hot cha cha, yeah, that's too hot for me. The moringa soap, yep, it does smell good. Matter of fact, it's time for me to order some more of that scent because this one lady ordered. I didn't know it had fell off my thing because when it had closed, I really wasn't keeping up with it. When I was doing the sale, and some lady texted me last in the wee hours this morning, talking about you don't sell moringa anymore. I'm like, oh man, I let that thing drop off, so I had to pay to had it added back on there. And she ordered six bars.
Wow. Ghetto, thank you for coming in. I didn't know you was in here. He was
Hey, ghetto,
Miss
long
Red. I
time no
appreciate you
see.
coming in too.
Thank you for dropping by.
Hold
Yeah,
on
smoky
now.
greens. Yeah, that's the hit.
So
That's
you
it.
got black soap, but I ain't know nothing about
Anyway,
it. Ah, I'm gonna get
thank
fussed at
you,
y'all.
thank
Look,
you.
I
Don't
might
hurt
as
the
well be
harvest.
good. Cause I'm gonna get fussed at when the live over with. She gonna turn into a real grandma on me.
Yeah, I do get carried away sometimes.
I know, let me be good right now. I was trying to be the first member. I am too compared. Cousin, I look, I was on my studio. looking up my video, because did y'all see me dancing on my little short? But my Renaissance ain't seen it.
I ain't seen it.
Oh yeah, you gonna trip out. I was dancing on my I was getting ready to do a short, but then some said, show me you got 3 members. I said 3 members. So I had to go in there and looking like I got 3 members, baby. I said, but kids come record me. I started doing the dance. I started doing the dance.
Thank you, Ghetto. We appreciate you being in the bushes. See, I know everybody don't
Exactly.
want to come out. It don't matter. But as long as you hit that thumbs up, we don't mind you being in the bushes.
Look, G Hug said, everyone have a great night.
Good
Good to
night,
see you,
G
sis.
Hud. Thank you
We
for
ain't
hanging
seen that
out.
7 years. She gonna be gone another 25 years. I'll have to bribe her to come up again next time. Like my brother said, where you at,
Thank
girl?
you,
I went
Barb. I appreciate it.
I went to sleep. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, honey. It's past my bedtime now. Oh no,
I
it's just
exact
10. It's 11 for you all, but it's just 10. I probably got another hour. I got time to watch a Christmas play, a Christmas movie, and then I go to sleep.
all right. Good night, bye you. Well, guys, if
Good
y'all don't
night,
got anything else
David.
to say, I appreciate you guys. Say hey.
Mike,
Hey.
buy you sugar.
I know. Everybody, the whole
Barb,
whole game.
everybody that came out to spend
What's
time
up,
with us. GT
GT?
Jr., bye.
Look, we said I'm in prep mode. Yes. Y'all have a good night. I appreciate you guys. I'm Pam. This is Mackenzie. It's
And
been
the
real.
last three words for tonight: prep, prep, prep.
And more prep.
Good
Good
night.
night.